Okay. Kim, you can start whenever you're ready.
I'm ready whenever, but I didn't know if we should wait a few minutes or just go ahead and
I have exactly
start.
2:30, so maybe we'll give people a minute or two.
Okay. There's Bev.
I would unmute, or I'd take my picture off and do the camera, but until they get my new laptop, it'll just freeze up and I have to get out and get back in. So you get to look at a picture of me when I'm having a good hair day.
What I've hated about COVID is when everybody's gone from the office and you have a good hair day and nobody appreciates it.
Amen. And you know, I've saved a ton of money on makeup. I stopped wearing it because it would just make my mask dirty by the middle of the day and nobody cared anyway. And so the other day when I was putting on makeup, because we were going to an event, my husband and I, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm putting on makeup." He goes, "Why? Why? You look fine without it." And I'm like, you know, nobody's noticed. So, yeah.
The benefits of. Well, you think I should go ahead and
I think you
start?
can.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming today to our CAP Month Prevention webinar of 2022. I'm Kim Osborne, as some of you know. I've been with KCSL for 5.5 years now, and I'm the statewide information and resource coordinator. So I've been involved with CAP Month over the past months, but this is my first time presenting for the webinar. So welcome everybody for coming today. My information is listed on this slide, but it's also in at the end too, if you need it. But this is my email and my direct extension if you have any questions or if you need to order any materials. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have any questions, any comments, if you think of any fun pinwheel displays or events or anything that you're going to do, just feel free to pop off mute and share. If not, make sure you're in mute just so we can minimize the background noise. With that, I think we're ready. And this webinar today is just a brief overview of things that we've done in 2021 and goals and some events we're going to have for 2022. It is not a training, just going to be a brief overview of what we've done in the past and what our plans are for this year. We want to inform you of the history of Child Abuse Prevention Month, We want to provide an overview of last year's activities for CAP month and discuss our goals for this year. We want to identify methods and provide examples of how to raise awareness in your community about child abuse prevention at state and local levels. Define the Pinwheel framework and how it should be marketed, and provide information on KCS's role during CAP month as the state chapter of Prevent Child Abuse America. And then for our history, in 1976 was when the first chapter of Prevent Child Abuse America was established. And one of the founders that's listed first, Sue Ellen, she is still, she's a lifelong member of Prevent Child Abuse America, and she's still very active. And then in 1976, Child Abuse Prevention and the Treatment Act was started in 1976. 1982 was the first CAP week, and that was June 6th through the 12th. And then in 1983, President Reagan deemed April as CAP month, as what we celebrate now. 1993, PCA Kansas became part of KCSL, and that provided us an opportunity to do training and technical assistance for CAP programs. And we celebrated our 46th anniversary for both CAPTA and PCAK. This year is our 46th anniversary. Some reviews and some highlights for 2021. We did 13 communities participated. We had 150 letters to the editor submitted, and we had 19 proclamations. We had some in-person events, but with COVID, we didn't have as many as we would have liked. So hopefully in 2022, we will see some more in-person events. So we do have some of those planned already too. Oh, and in the picture is Rochelle, our training program manager. That's her dog, Jojo. So she takes some really cute artistic pictures with pinwheels, and there's quite a few of those in the webinar today that you'll get to see. And these are just some examples of pictures around Kansas of agencies and how they displayed their pinwheels. These are a couple of different agencies that just did a pinwheel planting outside or displayed them in front of their business in the windows. We have a lot of agencies that will do pinwheel plantings with flowers or in their gardens. Topeka did a nice display. We also have in this next slide, if you're wanting to do a smaller display, they did a pinwheel bouquet. We also have some that will do just a small flower vase. Since the campaign is Growing a Better Together. I know Pam has gotten, she got a watering can and put some pinwheels in there. That was really cute. And if you're just wanting to put them at the front desk and you want a smaller display, those are really cute ideas to display the pinwheels. And then Topeka had a larger pinwheel display outside of Kansas Insurance. And this was our Wear Blue Day last year. We had an employee's grandson who she gathered pinwheels together and took those, and the daycare provider took pictures with all the kids as a group, and then they did them with families. So that turned out really cute. So if you have any daycares in your area that would be interested, those are great ways to, I think they may have even done a pinwheel planting after, but they had some really cute, neat photos from that. And then Wear Blue Day with their shirts and the masks was, I felt, appropriate for 2021 and 2020 also. We also had a business that did painting of pinwheels outside of on the windows. So that's also an option if you have somebody who is artistic and can draw, painting the pinwheels out on front of your business. This is Prevent Child Abuse, Prevent Child Abuse Kansas. This is their campaign. It's the same as last year, Growing a Better Tomorrow for All Children Together. And they have some information on their website, and also their toolkit is available on their website too. Oh, and Vicki said they painted pinwheels on their business in Great Bend and Ellenwood also. Awesome. Our 2022 goals, we would like to plan to have events in 25 different counties during 2022 this year. Additional events throughout the year. We want to make sure that we're planning and doing child prevention, not just in April, but also throughout the other months. We want 125 letters to the editor. We'd like to have 30 proclamation signings and ongoing campaigns stressing the importance of prevention. And then our campaign components, we will have a free downloadable toolkit that'll be available on our website. And it includes a little bit of everything: letters to the editor, some sample proclamations, talking points, social media information. The pinwheel is the picture that's first. Our pinwheels are $1 each, and we do provide a reduced price if you order over 500 and also if you order over 1,000. We have pinwheel lapel pins available. Those are $2.50 each. And then there's a sample of the coloring sheet and the paper pinwheel that are available in the toolkit as well. Our hashtag is Growing Better Together. And our toolkit should be up Monday, March 7th. So that should be available on our website to download. Social media campaign is hashtag Growing Better Together. We plan our Wear Blue Day is going to be on April 1st. So make sure if you participate in that and you post any pictures on social media, if you wearing blue, that you make sure that you hashtag KCSL in that, because we like to see all of those pictures. We also have a couple other events. Our Family Fun Day at the Zoo is going to be April 23rd. It's a Saturday. We will have a reduced admission if you register in advance. So we'll have more information about that once that's all finalized. So we'll get that out as soon as that's finalized. And we also have our proclamations in process. If you are needing any help, we have a sample in the toolkit of the proclamation, but if you want just a Word version, you can reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you with that. And this is another example of our paper pinwheel. These are great for schools. If schools are wanting to participate or have any kind of fundraisers, these are also great to print off and cut out. And this is an example of our bookmark. This is also available in the toolkit to print, but I also have ones, if you're needing them, that you can order. They have the 5 protective factors. So they're another great thing to hand out at events, at schools, and also at libraries. They're nice to have those to hand out. And we do have those available in Spanish also, if you need those. And the pinwheel provides an opportunity to tell the prevention story in a new way. The old framework around the pinwheel focused more on failties and deaths. And our new framework, we want to focus more on prevention, healthy child development, babies born, families served. So we do have a memorandum of agreement. So anybody who orders pinwheels has to sign an MOU saying that they will use the pinwheel to that they're going to plant them as for prevention versus saying that it's for a child's death. We want to focus more on the prevention aspect of it. And then this is an example of our anniversary kit. This is perfect for agencies because it has a little bit of everything. It has pinwheels, it has a yard sign, it's got bookmarks, magnets, and some other little handouts, tattoos, buttons. So it's got a little bit of everything for a cat month activity if they're wanting to do that. And that it is $45 to get a kit. Order forms are downloadable on our website. If you cannot find those, I can email that to you very easily. Just make sure that you have, we did make some changes and some updates to some pricing. So make sure that you have the most current form, because we did just update that this last month. And I do have some tip cards that are available that I can send, and we do also have some online. So we have a bigger variety online, but that you would have to print out. But I do have some if you are interested. They will all be listed on the CRL form. And if you make a purchase of Pinwheels, just make sure that you put in attention for Cat Month materials, and you can also put my name on that. That way they know that it'll come directly to our program, and we can make sure that we know you paid for your materials and get those shipped. And allow at least 2 weeks for shipping. Sometimes the mailing process takes a little longer. So if you know you need your Pinwheels by a certain date, just make sure that you get that order into me so that I can get those together and shipped out as soon as possible so that you can have your Pinwheels for your event. And then there is my information again, and you can also email your form to resourcelibrary@kcsl.org to me, or to that email. I will get that at either place. So you can email any order forms there. And then this is the website to email your legislator, and just a reminder to reach out to your legislators during April. And this is just if anybody has any brainstorming ideas, if you guys have any fun events that you're planning in the month of April, any questions, any comments you guys have, feel free to unmute and share. We'd love to know any fresh ideas or any fun ideas that you're planning in April. Anybody have anything?
So we in Independence get to go present at the Chamber's First Friday meeting about healthy families and CAP month. So I'm excited about that. And actually in March, I'm going to do a shout out about the Pinwheels. So so get ready. Independence is turning blue, girls and guys, if there's any on here.
We do have a partner in Wichita and Sedgwick County that has been working to convince businesses as well as homes to change their lights to blue in the month of April. So that might be something as well if you order blue light bulbs or encourage people to do that. Are you guys gonna paint the windows again, Vicki?
Well, I'm hoping so. Well, I will if nobody else does. I was going to say, and I see that Jennifer's on. She's from the Great Bend area, but we actually have a group of people from KCSL Healthy Families, CASA, the Center for Counseling, JJA. There's a Child Abuse Prevention Education Program. There's about 6 or 7 of Family Crisis. Child Advocacy Center. There's about 7 organizations that we all work together, which is kind of cool to think that we have that many people doing that. So hopefully it's painting
Awesome.
windows. We the first year that we did it, so this is going to be our 4th year. We have little flower pots, and we'll plant the pinwheels in the flower pots and take them around the 4 counties that we all serve. So, but we've had some changes with the advocacy center. So we're kind of behind things. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yes, and that's kind of what I reached out to our former director too, because I'm new, so I've never been through this season with CASA either. But that was what I was told as well, is the pinwheels and the flower pots. And I've accessed the the rock to make sure we can keep that project going. So that's my understanding as well, but we do meet in a couple days to go over everything. I kind of thought getting on and listening to as many ideas as I could prior is always good to go in with just other information that you can gain about it. So that's kind of what I'm here for, is just to listen and get ideas to go forward with.
Well, and what we figured out to do as far as painting pinwheels is one of the members of our committee, her husband has a large printer. And so we took cardboard, corrugated cardboard, and blew the pictures up. And then we cut out the pinwheel. And so we would put it against the window and trace the outline and then go back in and paint. And the cool thing about it was we used members of the Oxford houses that they wanted to pay back. Because, you know, many of them, their children have been in foster care. And so they thought that was a great way to pay back the system.
Cool.
Vicki and your Great Bend Coalition, when you write that up, will you make sure to include the part about Oxford House? Because that's huge. We are starting to work with them a lot in Topeka through our parent engagement coordinator, and we really want to encourage that relationship. The other thing, do you guys do proclamations, Vicki? Have you done proclamation signings?
Yeah, well, before Healthy Families came to town, the Child Advocacy Center, they were the organization driving all this. And so in 2019, we were added. And then the next year we added the rest of the organizations, but Family Crisis Center / Advocacy Center, they kind of put that together for us, for the community. And so we, excuse me. So we go to the proclamation, get our picture taken with the county commissioners. So, but we'll send those.
You can think outside the box if you want to, and see any of you, and see if your partners, like at Oxford House or anyone else, would do a proclamation just from Oxford House. Lots of times we have the cabinet do one, the children's cabinet. And a few years ago, I don't even remember how many years ago, Kim, we had WSU did one, the provost or somebody came. We usually do a pinwheel planning with the Child Development Center on the Wichita State campus. And he came and read the proclamation. And I'm sure the kids didn't think it was fantastic, but it was a nice thing to do, and it was kind of fun, and they like being involved as well. So you might look at the daycare center at the community college.
Right. Well, the other thing I was just thinking is, and I had thought about this before, was to have a member of the Oxford House be on our committee. How great would that look? I mean, not that we're trying to look great, but you know, I mean, it would.
No, it looks great.
Yes.
So I'm going to do something different this year. I told Kim earlier that I want to buy pinwheels for my personal yard at home. And I think if weather permitting, I'm going to have a yard sale during that time, because I think that would be an amazing time. I want to get a yard sign and have people ask me like, what is this and what's this about? So I'm kind of mixing personal with work. And I think that'll be a good way to get some more questions in my little town. So.
Awesome.
Bev, what's going on in Emporia this year?
So we're doing we're still doing the Month of the Young Child. National Association for the Education of Young Children has the Week of the Young Child, but we've always done a month because we have so many organizations that want to do things and we can't jam it all into 1 week. And so we're doing, well, let me grab my list here. We're starting off with a story stroll at the zoo, and it's being sponsored by Mobilizing Literacy, and we'll have some pinwheels at the zoo. And then we're doing a ninja theme family literacy night And we will have information about child abuse prevention there. And then we're promoting Blue Sunday, which is Sunday, April 24th. Getting the churches to do blue, go blue, and hopefully some pinwheels will be out for that. Our annual teddy bear clinic that we always do for health and safety, and really promoting, we have booths and stuff. They have had to put off until May 7th, which kind of was bad, but oh well, it'll be fine. But we will have a booth there as well and promote child abuse prevention and child health and safety. And then we added something new this year, Dia del Niño, which is the Children's Day in Mexico, and that's always the last Saturday in April. And we're hoping to get some of the Hispanic community involved in doing a little celebration at Las Casitas Park with a piñata. And then there's 2 educational events going on, actually 3. There's a mental health and interventions and approaches for working with young children, protecting your child's mental health. That's being put on by St. Francis Ministries. And then our local SOS is doing problematic behaviors, another Zoom, and then I'm going to be doing a darkness to light training. So, and that's minor compared to what we usually do, but everybody's tired and everything's having to be done virtually and social distancing and outside. So, and then we do the proclamations too. We partner with the Child Advocacy Center and do the proclamations.
One thing to remember is that while we really push child abuse prevention during the month of April, we also really track what we do year round. So even though the teddy bear clinic is in May, I think it's important to track those. I know that in 2020, when COVID really hit hard, you know, April was the beginning of it, that our partners with CASA out in Dodge City had pushed their pinwheel plantings back, and they did some during this summer. And that's still important because child abuse prevention, as you all know, I'm preaching to the choir here, is a year-round occurrence. We use April to kind of draw the spotlight to it, but we continue, and you all continue your work year-round. So if you're doing things at different times of the year, if you're doing back to school situations or whatnot, feel free to definitely include those. Or obviously you wouldn't be able to include them in your April report, but send those on to us, what you've done, any pictures, still tag us on social media, because it's important that we track that and that our federal partners know that, you know, it's not just April for us. We really live our mission and we do it year round. So I'm hijacking Kim's training, sorry.
No, that's okay.
So I
So
have a
Kim-
question. Oh, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vicki.
I was saying, so if we're going to send like photos from the events we're doing, do we send them to you, Kim, or who do we send those to?
Those will go, do they go to Pinwheels at kcsl.org? That's on the next slide too.
So my question, like during April, I visualize like firemen and law enforcement. Could we do like little blue ribbons and pin on their uniforms if they were willing to do something like that? Or does it need to say, does it need to have the Pinwheel logo or?
We don't use the ribbons anymore because, but wait 1 second. We have a whole bunch of these. I don't know if you can even see them very well. And Kim has lots of them, and you're welcome to order. They're free at this point. You're welcome to order some and give those out.
Miss Kim, could you add that to my list?
I sure can.
Thank you. Just
Pam?
whatever you've got to give away.
Pam, do you have a proclamation sample from that could come from the Oxford houses? Do you have an example of that? If I-
We
could do
can
that.
make our proclamation that for them. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, Kim.
I'm ready. And like Vicki asked, if you have any pictures that you've taken of Pinwheels, please email them to pinwheels@kcsl.org. Tag KCSL on Facebook and Twitter, and plus use hashtag GrowingBetter Together or hashtag WearBlue 2022 so that we can have all of those pictures of. We want lots of pictures of pinwheels and wearing blue. And KCSL compiles an annual report that is sent to PCAA, DCF, and the Children's Cabinet. This is some additional resources. That website will give you some additional resources about Prevention Month. And this is just my information again, if you need to send in any orders or have any questions, comments, anything like that, there's my email and my extension. And then this is recorded, so it will be on our YouTube channel in case you would like to watch it again or know of anybody that needs just a brief overview of Cat Month.
One thing that is, oh, I'm sorry, Kim.
Nope, that's all I have. Go ahead and
One
add.
thing that is a little bit new this year is we do have money to do a paid social media campaign. So you will see Facebook ads, and then sometimes they pop up on Instagram, some Spotify, internet TV. I'm not great at social media, so but those will start, and those will actually run. You'll see a huge bump in April, but then they'll run all the way through August. So if you're sharing and liking, and we appreciate that. And then if you're with a different agency, again, if you will share and like, we appreciate that. We spent Kim the past few years, okay, maybe not in 2020 because she had a baby and wasn't here. But I'm like, here, can you scour everyone's social media pages and see what they've been up to? So that's a lot of the ways we find reports is Kim spends her day on social media, not for pleasure. Well, I mean, it's fun, but not posting her own pictures.
Thanks, ladies, for attending today.
Isn't your son's name Brooks? Is that right?
Yeah, he's going to be 2 April 2nd.
Oh my goodness. I was
Yeah.
just thinking about seeing his little hair, little blonde hair sticking up.
Yeah, it lays down a little bit better now, but it's still a little crazy.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
2
amazing.
years. 2 years have flown by. I can't believe it's been 2 years already.
Wow.
We had 2 babies during the pandemic on my staff, and we were robbed of both office babies. Both Brooks was here maybe for a little bit, and then we were remodeling the office and we sent everyone home, and then Stephanie's baby was here maybe for a little bit.
We were robbed as well. One of our home visitors had a baby, and sad.
Oh yeah, Jordan had a baby.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
And what is she, Samantha? Almost 8 months old, 7, 8 months old. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, she's like the same age as Amelia, as Stephanie's baby, I think.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Hi, Victoria. I didn't get to say hi to you. I
need
miss
a
cat
catnap.
naps. Yes, I was
We
saying
need
I
a
miss
catnaps
that.
reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can be the OGs of cat
Oh,
naps.
geez.
There we
Or the
go.
goats, or whatever. Oh, well, thank you, ladies, very much, and we'll get with you soon.
Good job, Kim. You did
Yes,
it.
good
Yay.
job.
Did it. Yay.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, let
right,
me know if you
thanks.
need anything.
All
We
right,
will.
thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Bye,
Thank
Bev. I
you.
know you can't
Bye.
wave, but